Alright folks, midnight walk and talk around the park. Amber, get here. She's going to be trying to find food again, I guess, as she always does. Anyway, okay. I watched something today that's interesting, talking about Trump and his team being quite naughty. They're supposed to be giving 10 million to Biden to formulate his team for an easy transition. They're not doing it. They're saying no, they're keeping the money. They're also making a lot of decisions with regards to foreign policy to cause trouble for Biden when he takes over. Well, one thing this person had said who was talking about that Biden was a bit of a genius because a few months ago he spent 7 million that he got 7 million coming in through donations. He spent that on a transitioning team, bringing in thousands of people who were incredibly knowledgeable on foreign affairs and all this sort of stuff. So therefore, that's 3 months ago. He knew what Trump was going to do. He knew that Trump was going to be a baby. That if Trump lost, he knew that Trump would throw his toys out the pram because Trump's a baby. Right? What can you expect a little baby to do when they don't get their own way? Throw their toys out the pram. They always do it. And Trump did exactly as Biden expected. He already spent 7 million on doing exactly what that 10 million was supposed to be designed to help him to do. So, right. He got there on his own. Well, not his own, but through the lovely people who helped him and donated. He set up what he should have set up. Now, I mean, to me, Trump and his team should be charged, really, with this. If they're supposed to hand it over and they're not, then, they should be charged with it. I mean, I would say Biden, when he gets in, as I said, I mean, the first thing he should do, hopefully he gets the Senate. If he gets control of the Senate, he'll have just about control of the House. If he gets control of the Senate as well, then, he needs to really say to the Republicans, look, you lied and cheated and made yourself hypocrites to try and control the Supreme Court, right? Supreme judges, those 9. Well, okay. I'm going to turn a 9 into 15. I'm going to put another 6 in there that are going to be people who are not completely politicised. So therefore, judges who will be honest and open to be honest to the law, and who are young and healthy and fit. Make sure you give them drinking medicals first, and to make sure they're going to be there for the next 40 years. Knacker the Republican Party in this, because they want to control Supreme Court. That's why they rushed through this person after Ruth Ginsburg died. Well, destroy that. When you get in, destroy it. You've got the ability to change law. Change it. Change it. Change it from 9 to 15. Change it. And when you do, and also, I would certainly say, if you have, Fox News coming to the press room and asking stupid questions about Trump tweets and what Trump is saying about this and that and the other, you should just say to them, look, if you want to talk about this sort of rubbish, do it elsewhere. If you try and raise these sort of questions in the future, you'll be banned. I'm not going to call you fake news because that's what my predecessor was doing to everyone else. But if you want to report on Twitter and all this sort of stuff, go do it. If you want to be someone who pushes the agenda for Trump, do it elsewhere. That's what you should do. You should say that you want to do that, do it. Okay, go for it. But don't come here. You're not invited anymore. This is what you want to do. Your invitation is rescinded. Mollie and Riley. Amber, come here, babes. Come here, Amber. Be a good girl. Chewie and Lucy down there. I think Mollie's coming into heat again because Chewie and Riley are very interested in Mollie right now. Not that interested, well, because Chewie will still take food. Normally, when she's fully in heat, Chewie won't take any food. No. Unless he's done his rumpy pumpy, he will not take food. He has no interest in food at all. But at the moment, he'll still eat. Now, of course, I'm in an arming as to what to do here because Riley's had puppies with Amber. So should I let Riley have puppies with Mollie? Don't know. I mean, certainly it might produce more puppies and smaller puppies, which would be better for Mollie. Certainly to push out in the first place, it'd be much easier for her, if they're smaller pups. So if there's more pups, they should be smaller because, like with her last litter, there was only 3, and 1 small girl and 2 bigger boys. So, a slightly bigger litter, 5 or 6. She'll have plenty of milk for them. They'll be a bit smaller, easier to push out. And there's all these people wanting pups at the moment. So, that will make it a bit easier. Although, again, having 2 is lovely because I was able to bring the 2 down to the park, when they were 4 weeks old, and because they were bigger than they normally would be, and they were ready. They were strong and ready, so, introduce them to walkies a lot earlier. And that was fantastic, Oh, yeah. But, I don't know. No idea what to do. Because, obviously, when Mollie's ready, she will let the male mate with her. But this may be the last time she has pups. And that's another reason why I'm thinking a bigger litter might be good. Is because if my plan is to keep a female from her last litter, ideally, the more pups she has, the more chance that there'll be a female in that litter that I could keep, and therefore this to be her last litter. So, again, it's a matter of, let's see. Let's look at it and judge it because, she's healthy, she's strong. And if her puppies are healthy and strong, then she might have 1 more after this. I'm not sure. We'll see. I will seek God's advice at the time as to what to do. With this litter coming. Next one. Whether this will be her last one or whether she will have another. I have no idea. So, Mollie wanted the bot. I thought you had a bot, Mollie. Gosh, she always wants what the other doggies have got. Don't you, Mollie, eh? You always want what the other doggies have got, don't you, Mollie Collie? Eh? If you got something and it's not quite as good as what they got, you want theirs, don't you? Eh? Even if she's got something that's better than what they've got, she'll drop hers for the one that they've got. Aye. Aye. Well, yeah. Okay, some news with that Vauxhall Barry. Yeah, there's a bit of news there. Yeah. We're looking at a Freelander, 2012 Freelander with 58,000 miles on the clock. It's had a bit of an accident. There's a bit of damage to the front. One of the headlamps is missing, and the bumper needs replacing, and a few other bits at the front we need replacing. But cosmetic more than anything. Car still starts fine, everything like that, it's okay. But it's located in Oxford, so it's a case where he would have to go down to Oxford and bring the car back somehow. So of course he's saying it might all be able to be sorted for around about £3,000. Now, therefore, if that's the case, I don't really think it will be. I think it could be closer to 4. But again, that's okay. 3.5 would be fine. Perfect. Yep. That'd be cool. But there you go. We'll see. Time will tell. Yes. Time will undoubtedly tell. It's yeah. Don't know. I mean, it's an auction, so it finishes on Wednesday lunchtime. So see what happens with that. Because of course it then means you pay the money. You got to pay your money, the auction cost, and then see what happens then. Really. Yeah. I mean, it might be worth me subscribing to the auction myself. Therefore, I can actually make a bid. It'd be much easier for me to pay for it, rather than for him to pay for it and me to give him the money back. So yeah. Then of course I've got to pay for his travel down there, and then he's got to buy parts for the vehicle. Get some diesel, 2 lots of diesel, probably fill the tank twice. Right. And I mean, the other option is to put it on a loader. Or get one of the loaders, get someone to bring it up here. One of the loaders that travel from the area up to here. With cars, they might have some space. He says that there's a way you can do that. You request that the car is picked up, and then they do it. If they've got a space, they then contact you and say, well, we've got a space, we can fit it on. We charge you this much, and about £400. You give them pay the £400, and they bring your car up. Don't know. I mean, is that a good deal? Don't know. No idea. Righty. Don't know. So I don't know whether that's a good deal or whether it's easier to... because obviously one thing of it is that if he went down, he would have to probably have to stay in a B&B overnight if he was driving the car back. The other thing is you could hire a car transport anyway. I think that'd be about £200, but you still have to buy the diesel for it, fill it up a couple of times, and pay for a room for the night. So I don't know. I'm not sure which is the easiest way to do it, really. No idea. Hi, Leaf. Thank you. I don't know. I mean, first of all, you've got to win the auction first. That's the first thing. Because obviously it depends upon the auction price. What it gets to is whether it's worth actually bidding for the thing. Because you've got to get it back. And you've got to get the parts for it. And then you've got to get it resprayed. Because if it needs a wing, a bumper, and all that lot, you've got to get all that done. You might need it resprayed as well. So all that, and you've got to get it for an MOT, you've got to tax it and all that. So, but how much just to get to the point where it's drivable and get it for an MOT? Because it's a category S. The insurance counts it as... I mean, weirdly, again, insurance counts it as too expensive to do. I mean, it's if it will cost more than a third of the value of the car, they just say no. Or 2/3 of the value of the car, they say no. But of course, they're contacting. They're contacting Land Rover about the price of the parts and the cost of the work. They're not looking at second hand. They're looking at brand new. Everything brand new for a 2012 Freelander. Now, one option is, because the Freelander isn't top spec, nowhere near. It just isn't. I mean, the whole idea of it would be really for the dogs anyway. It is just a car for the dogs. But what I could do is sell it and get a better spec version, or even get an extra that's like top spec extra 2012 for the money. No idea. It's very much a case of, let's see what happens on Wednesday. There was another car I was looking at, Kia Sorento, I think, 2009 I think it was. That had, I think, 96,000 miles on the clock. So not horrendous. It has a chain, not a belt, so therefore it's not something to worry too much about. Unless the chain's making horrendous noise, you don't need to worry too much about it. If it is, then basically stop the car, call your breakdown company and get them to come and get it. And then, get it taken to the garage that's going to do the work and replacing the chain. Or retightening the chain, whatever needs to be done. But, yeah. Here's what it is, isn't it? So, I don't know. So that's car news. There isn't really anything else. I mean, and so with regards to politics, they were saying that they may have a vaccine for corona. Amber, leave that alone. They may have a vaccine for corona. Boris Johnson is saying, let's calm down. There's still things to happen yet before we know whether this thing is going to be doing the job. And that's very, very true. We don't know. Maybe it will do the job, maybe it won't. We don't know. The reality is, time will tell. And even that's the point. I watched something earlier where they were talking about it, and they were basically saying that they are cutting a few corners in sort of pushing this vaccine through. Through the testing. A lot of the things that they would make it go through normally, because normally anything like this would take years to go through because it has to be rigorously tested. But they're not doing that. They're not rigorously testing this thing. It's probably about 20% of the testing that they would normally have to go through. I would say it's quite risky. It's going to be quite risky as to whether you have this. What impact it could have on you. Because bet your bottom dollar, it could have an impact on you. It could have an impact on your body. Because you're putting something into your body to deal with COVID that hasn't really been through the tests that it should have gone through. And it could be damaging. It could be because, what on earth are these vaccines made up of? What could they do to the body? When you think about it, the amount of crap that we've got in our bodies. As I said, through Tefal. Tefal is a company that made this, this product that goes on your frying pans and saucepans to make them, non-stick. The problem is, there's an element of that which is really, really bad and can get into your blood system. And they reckon it's in the blood system of nearly every single human alive. This poison. So we've got that poison, right? What about the stuff they put on crops? We've got that poison. What about the stuff they put in water? We've got fluoride in our system as well. Because they put it in water, of course we've got it in our system. So we've got all of that. Now we're putting other things in our system. It's like, Jesus Christ. You can see why people are having problems with all these immunity, body immune issues. Bad. Really, really bad. Our body's absolutely full of crap. Well, look at the food. They put all these things in food to make it, to preserve it. That's all in our systems, isn't it? All of it's in our systems. crazy business, you know. Really, utterly and totally insane. But there you go. It is what it is, isn't it? Yeah, it's annoying. It is what it is. You can't do much about it. It's just blinking annoying, you know. Yeah. It's what they do. And again, that's all down to scientists, isn't it? It's all down to similar scientists. These are whatever they are, scientists that deal with this sort of thing. But it's all scientists dealing with science, making new ways of doing things, and they poison the crap out of us. Yeah, for decades and decades and decades. And now they want us to take a vaccine for something which really, well, it's like they were panicking. The British government were panicking because in Denmark there was supposed to be like this weird strain of COVID. So they banned anyone and anything coming from Denmark. The British government are the only ones who have done that. No other country has done that. Just the British government. So, you know, come on, calm the heck down. If no one else has done it, the World Health Organization aren't bothered about it. Why on earth is the British government so panicky over it? Time will tell. As with everything, time will tell. Right, 1 second, there's someone coming, I better pause it. There you go, I got past it. Yeah, panicky government say, but yeah, that's it. It's going to be fascinating, as I say. I mean, with regards to even this issue of the vaccine, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. It's going to be fascinating to see what happens with Trump, see what he does. I mean, you know, if you're not American, it's fascinating. If you're American, it's like, oh, for goodness sake, enough of this. For the rest of us, it's like, this is really entertaining. Go on, let's see what happens. Let's see what outrageous crap is going to happen now. Yeah. Oh, and with regards to Trump being prosecuted for stuff, well, there's been a lot of speculation that maybe Trump is doing all of this so that he can then say to Biden, look, I'll walk away without any problems at all. I'll give you everything you should be given, right? If you make me immune to prosecution, to federal prosecution. That's what a lot of people have been thinking that Trump's doing. However, one of the most likely areas of prosecution that's going to come against Trump is New York City. The prosecutors there, they want to prosecute Trump. Big time. Oh yeah. Yeah. They've had it in for Trump for a long, long time. You know, they've got stuff where they can actually go for him, but they can't while he's president. As soon as he's not president anymore, as soon as he's the ex-president, they can go for him. They can prosecute him. And I don't think there really is anything that Biden can do to stop them. Well, because, you know, I suppose, you know, the head of law and, you know, the whatever that's called, that position, can try and have a chat with the prosecutors there and say, look, you know, leave off. Yeah, we've made a deal with him. So he'd leave. You know, can you leave off, please? But that's up to the people in New York as to whether they say yes or no to that, really. They have jurisdiction over their area, so they can say yes or no to that. Now, I think, really, we want to see Trump prosecuted. I think that would be a good thing. Well, put it this way. Trump will want to contest for the election in 4 years' time. He will. If he's anywhere near fit and able to do so, he will want to do that. And so will his supporters. But if he gets prosecuted and found guilty, then that's the end of that. That won't happen. And maybe that will actually put an end to Trumpism. Yeah, because that needs to end. And that QAnon rubbish needs to end. So maybe that'll put an end to it, because, Trump, if Trump doesn't run for the next election, then all this rubbish that QAnon is there and that Trump is an agent of QAnon, we're working with QAnon, to bring down all these bad people, that would be obvious that no, that isn't the case. And that's why I say, people, oh, God bless America. Don't be stupid. God is not going to bless America. America needs to repent. As a nation, America needs to repent. The arrogance of that nation is absolutely shocking. Their attitude towards the rest of the world has been disgusting. For a long, long time. They need to repent. America is not a totally awful, bad country. It really isn't. They've got some bad people. They've got some nice people. They've got some... there are even some half-decent politicians. Few and far between, but that's the case in every country. Most politicians are hell-bound scum. And they are. Mollie Collie. What's happened to your collar? Come here. Where's your collar? Why is your collar not working? Ah, it is sort of working, isn't it? Yeah, but can't see it. Needs charging. Okay, still there. Well, sometimes they lose their collars, so I thought I'd better check. But most politicians are scumbags. And the reason why scumbags are quite simple. In order to be a politician, especially a high-up politician, you have to climb on the backs of other people. Because at low-level politics, or certainly before you get anywhere near low-level politics, you're in a group of people who want to get where you want to get to. You have to basically beat them down to get to where you want to get to. When you're in local politics, again, you need to scheme your way to the top. Now, with most cases, that's where it is, because most politicians don't get to the top because they've been good politicians, because they've been, honest and fair and, considerate towards others and all that. Nope, that isn't the case in any way, shape or form. Most get there because they're ruthless and because they stab the people below them in the back to get up there. That's who they are. Nasty pieces of work. That's why you have dishonest adverts all the time when people are running for elections. You have a lot of dishonesty, lies about the opponent, lies about what you're going to do. Parties making claims all the time which say, no, they're never going to do. And the politicians, when they come door to door, if they come door to door, backing up these claims that are lies. They know they're lies, but they're telling you that they're truth. As soon as they're doing that, you know that this person is dodgy. You know that. You know that they're willing to say whatever is needed. That's a politician for you. That's what they do. That's why you can't trust politicians. Because they are always willing to say whatever they need to say to get elected. That's all they care about, is the power. Have that little bit of power. It is fame, really, isn't it? If you are a politician of any level, you have a certain degree of fame. Because local news want to interview you. National news want to interview you. You get on TV programs all the time talking about subjects. Especially if you've been involved in that subject. And you do. Yeah, if you're involved in politics, you get involved in all these different committees and all these different subjects and pushing these different agendas. Part of the reason why you do that is because you can be on TV. Because the more you're on TV, the more chance you have of becoming an even bigger level politician. Right? And the bigger level you get, the more money you get, the more prestige you get. And the more chance that after you've left politics, you'll go to work for one of these big firms and they're going to pay you a heck of a lot of money just to sit on their board. Because you have influence. That's what it's about. Because you've been a high-level politician, because you know how politics works, you know how to get things done in politics. Right? Now, you know how to stab people in the back. You know how to, put money in the right hands to get things done. Amber, come. Come on, this way. So, that's why politicians are dodgy. That's why you can't trust them. As soon as you see a politician lying, making crap up, or, repeating the stuff that their parties preached, repeating that, straight away you need to tell them to go away. If they come to your door doing that, say bye-bye, go away. Mollie, bop. Here you go, get your bop. Here you go, Mollie. You take your bop. Go get Mollie, Kylie. Riley got a pop. Oh, Riley got a pop. Riley got a pop. I've only got that pop now. Okay. Smiley Riley. Where's Chewie? Choo-choo! Chewie, here. Thank you. Riley got that one. Chewie ran too far again. He always does. He's highly optimistic. One for Chew. There you go, Chew. Aye. The other night it's quite cute. Because it's quite cold the other night, a bit colder. Chewie stayed on my bed all night. Most nights, like last night, he jumped off early. A couple of hours, he jumps off. It gets a bit warm, so he jumps off. When it's cold, like the coldest nights in winter, he stayed on my bed all night. That's lovely. Oh, as I've said before, one of the most wonderful things is, especially now his hair's grown back, the hairs on his paws are nice and long and gorgeous. And because of that, when I roll over, I put my arm basically where his legs are. And he sort of rolls over, sort of towards the wall, with his legs up. Then he slowly brings his legs back down again. And his legs then go onto my hand. Oh, and that's heaven. That's the best thing ever. Ever. I'm laying there going, oh, that's lovely. Oh, that's love. Because it's so gentle when he puts his hands or his paws on my hand. It's so gently done. Absolutely beautiful. It's just that gentle touch, and you have that beautiful hair just gently going on your hand. Oh, it's the nicest thing ever. It really, really is. Oh, he's a wonderful boy, Chewie. He really is. Very loving little boy. Fantastic doggy. Hello, Smiley. Oh well. Now, as I say with him, and even Mollie now likes to jump up on the bed. If I get up on the bed, she sort of put her two front paws up. She can't jump up on the bed. She's too heavy. As I say, Mollie can't jump. Never been able to jump. As a pup, maybe, but ever since being a pup, she's just been too heavy. Don't know why. She's just been too heavy, so I have to grab her by the butt and just bring her up, but she loves it. She loves getting up on my bed now. She won't stay up there. As soon as I get off, she jumps up. She jumps off straight away. No mucking around, you know. But every night she wants to lay next to me. So she'll get on the bit of the duvets for the doggy's bed, right next to my head, and she'll lay there. Yeah. Oh yeah. Beautiful girl. Hello. 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 Chewie. Chewie missed it. Righty. Chewie. Where you going? Where you going, Chewie? It's an empty bot, Chewie. It doesn't go that far, mate. Chewie. Chewie. Right, come here, mate. Leave that. Let's do your collar. Let's do your collars, boy. There you go. Let's turn your collars off. Well, of course, you've got blue and white flashing in the car. It looks like a bloody police car. So, turn that off. Yeah. Come on, Amber. Get your ass here. Amber! Sit down. Want to do your collar? You're walking around me, you donut. Do yours. Yours is basically off anyway. Here you go, Mollie Collie. I think yours is off now. Is it off now? No, still not off. There you go, yours is off. Here's a donut. Come here, Mollie. Let's do your collar as well. Good boy. Now, Amber tends to try and walk around you. For some stupid reason, I don't know why she does that. She just does. Come here, Lucy. Do your collar as well, bub. Come here, Lucy. Lift your head a bit. There you go. Right, leave it loose now. Leave your bot. Lucy, spit it out. Spit it out, Lucy. That's a dirty bot. It's a knacker one, that is. Come on, in you go. Go on.